Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Damn Music Show. I'm Michael Weiner. This is Darren Drewitz.
That's my first time to do that thing.
Yeah. Shoot him, McGavin. So good. All right, Darren, I don't know. What are we doing again today?
So we're going to have a new segment. We do more than reaction videos because that's how awesome we are.
That's why
the segment, let's call it, Will He Like It?
Oh, goodness.
So, Mike and I have somewhat different tastes in music, which makes this show fun. Mm-hmm. Many of you may know that Micah has a degree in fine arts, and he studied a lot of poetry and creative writing in college, which helps make him the beautiful and insightful musician that he is today.
Keep going.
Yeah, well, you have to write lyrics, and there's a skill and art to that.
I am a word worm first and foremost. I love lyrics.
So you've said multiple times on our episodes that lyrics matter to you. At least at some level, whether you like a song.
In my opinion, great song, cruddy lyrics can't ruin a great song, but great lyrics can always push a good song into like the stratosphere.
There you go.
So I don't think, I think lyrics can take you the distance, but like with that, you can still have great music without great lyrics, but you could have a pretty good song with great lyrics, and you have a great song.
Okay, you guys got all that? We'll create a flow chart if you need to. So here's how this here's how this segment works. I'm gonna pick a song that I like. And I may intuit that Micah may or may not like it, this song, but I want to see if reading the lyrics in a monotone voice may tip his scale one way or the other. And I'm going to do good and bad and indifferent, and I'm just randomly starting with one. Okay?
We should call this "Will He Like It" Slam Poetry Edition.
That's right. So here we go. I'm just going to read a little bit, and I'll pause after the first two
close my eyes.
Verses. So, leave your weapon on the table, wrapped up. I've already screwed up. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Don't get angry. Don't discourage. Take a shot of liquid courage. Because my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fight, and they'll never say die. There's no going back. If I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yes, my monsters are real. I have more lyrics, but...
And so what's the question? The question is, do I like them?
As a poetry major, I mean, music lyrics are not always poetry per se, but they follow the basic guidelines.
Yeah, nothing about that really excites me. Everything about that to me is kind of like, all right, we got demons in the closet. Let's take a shot of like tequila. Like it's like I don't feel anything real fresh on that. So like I don't dislike it, but I'm not like it didn't grab me. At each moment, I was like, okay.
Here's a few more lyrics. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone. Good for you, you love nobody. Good for you, you owe no one. Give your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap. Barely able, call a doctor, say a prayer. Choose a God you think is fair.
That's cool. I'm trying to think of what they mean by the gun and the burlap. That's kind of cool. Like a burlap sack. Like why the burlap sack interests me. And this is what I love about poetry.
Maybe it's a way of hiding your way of attacking somebody.
It sounds to me like something about carrying, like you're traveling with a weapon. And this is what I love about poetry. Like I never find an answer right away. It's like Sudoku. Like I kind of have to like have a moment with it. But that captures me more than everything else. Why a burlap sack? Like why that one thing? And like what is a burlap sack used for? Wasn't burlap sacks used for like grain and stuff? I think burlap sacks were used for like.
This is what it's about interpreting. So. Leave a light on if you're able, because we both know you're unstable. Call a doctor, say a prayer, thank a God you think.
This sounds like something from the 90s. There. This sounds like lyrics from like
It's not. It's much more newer.
Is it really?
Yes.
Man, it sounds like late 80s, early 90s for me.
These monsters can fight. They'll never say die. There's no going back. If I get trapped, I'll never heal. But yeah, my monsters are real.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like I'm not in love with it. Oh, is this that Bieber song?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's Monster.
Okay, this is the band you love to tease me about. This is Shinedown from about 5 or 7 years ago.
There we go.
Big emotive song with a lot of allegory.
'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill, and there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can fly, and they'll never say die, and there's no...
But Shinedown, my monsters are real.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Your monsters are real, Darren.
This song
I believe in your monsters.
And if you watch the video, it's like a little girl hiding under a bed from an abusive father and all
I
that.
leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose a God you think is fair. 'Cause my monsters are real.
And all this
I
stuff.
consider-
And this guy has a lot of that in his background, the lead singer. And so it's probably more salient to him than you. But,
Well, the thing
yeah.
is like again, you're asking me from a poetic standpoint.
I know, but that's the fun of this.
For
the
sure.
Fun of the segment.
Nothing about those lyrics surprises me. So
Right.
like that like doesn't like get me going. Or an example for me would be like if I took a Paul Simon song. The Mississippi Delta was shining like a national guitar, and I was following the city down the cradle of the Civil War. Holy cow. Wow. I just like for me that gets me going. So like
Okay.
on this, I love the burlap.
Yeah.
Like why? And I want to know why a burlap sack. I
Yeah.
think burlap sacks imply like grain silos. So like for me, in my mind, on this one, I'm going consumption. He's using artillery as consumption, and that's cool. I like that idea.
There's two things that really hooked me about this song. The lyric, choose a God you think is fair.
I love that
think
too.
That's brilliant.
I love
really
that too.
do.
So there's moments that really flashed for me, and
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, it's because there are so many belief opportunities out there.
Agree.
And you should choose a God that you think is fair or fits you at
I
least.
think
you know?
I think most people do.
Yeah. And then the other part is though that I find this song about struggling and whether it's depression or addiction.
Yes.
Or in those people's world, their monsters are real.
Yeah.
That's the message this guy
Hey.
is getting across, and that part
Yeah.
it hooks me on there.
For
I
sure.
get that the rest of the lyrics, there's not anything particularly extra level or poetic in those lyrics.
It's not really the extra level. It's the baseline for me that's not creative. It's not the message. I like the message.
Yeah.
So like I'll be very clear on that. I like the message.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the baseline is like it's like entry level writing to an extent.
Ah.
Like I would have loved for him to take one of those lines and go, you know what? I'm gonna make it completely different. I'm gonna get a real metaphor. I'm gonna take something like
Yes,
completely out of this
It is
style.
radio
Yeah.
friendly, repetitive, sing along.
For sure, for sure. And like I'm gonna like I'll tell you there are some pop music. There is some pop music though that I love lyrically.
Yeah.
But yeah, typically like I like a little bit more like take one thing out of it and make it kind of unusual.
Yes.
Like a great quote for me is David Byrne, "You've got a face with a view." Oh, what a great line. You
Yeah.
have a face with a view. So I love you for the way you see the world. It has
Right.
nothing to do with who you are and what you are. What attracts me to you is how you look at the world. That's a great line. And instead of saying, I love how you look at the world,
Yeah.
he said, you have a face with a view. That is deep to me.
Maybe we should call this the lyrical review.
Yeah,
We don't
call
rehearse. We just
We'll call it the
we come in here
slam,
with
the
creative
slam
ideas and
section,
do it.
because we're slamming the poetry.
Yes.
And we're not actually
Let's
doing
call it the
slam
Beatnik Corner
poetry.
or something
The
like that.
Beatnik Corner, definitely.
All right, well, let us know what you think about those particular lyrics. Let us know if you like Shine Down. It's okay to like Shine Down.
It's totally okay. And all you English majors out there, go tell me what a moron I am, please, by all means. I had to go back before the show, and I was like, man, I need to brush up on my college courses.
Yeah, and let us know what lyrics you would like to review. Because
Yeah.
I love trying to determine what lyrics mean and
sure.
interpreting.
For sure.
That's a fun part of music.
I want
so.
to note that I feel like Shinedown, while past the 90s, kind of still has like a 90s feel to it. All right, I'm Michael Wagner. I'm getting the last word.
Yes.
Esprit de Escalier is the way it goes. That's there in Dreyowitz. Smash that subscribe. Follow along. Ask us any questions. We love you guys.